You make good money. So why does it feel like you're drowning every single month? That is not a bug. That is the design. Look at your life right now. You followed the script, you studied, you got the degree, you landed the job with the decent salary. You even got the apartment upgrade and the car that actually starts in the winter. By every measure your parents used, you should feel safe. But you don't. Instead, you feel a quiet panic every time you check your account. A tightness in your chest when rent is due. You check your balance before ordering food. You delay the dentist. You tell yourself everyone lives like this now. And a voice in your head that whispers, I make too much to feel this broke. You're not imagining it. And you're not alone. Millions of people in your city, your country, your exact tax bracket are living through the exact same illusion right now. The paycheck hits. The bills swallow it. A little goes to a savings account you will probably have to raid next month. And the cycle starts again. You are working harder than ever. But the distance between you and real freedom is not shrinking. It is growing. Meet Marcus. Marcus is 34. He lives in Denver. He makes $92,000 a year as a project manager. On paper, Marcus is winning. But here is what his spreadsheet actually looks like. $2,800 to rent, $800 in car payments, $1,200 in student loans that will outlive some house plans. Then there is the subscription stack, the insurance, the credit card from that emergency last winter, and the treat yourself moments that somehow happen every Friday because the week was brutal. Marcus does not own his time. He rents it from a life he built to impress people he does not even like. Last month, his company announced layoffs. Marcus could not sleep for 3 nights. Not because he is lazy, not because he is stupid, but because Marcus has built a tower of expenses on a foundation of one single paycheck. And that is exactly where the system wants him. Here is the part nobody explained to you in school. The middle class was never a destination. It was a holding pen. It was designed to keep people busy, productive, and spending. Not free, just comfortable enough to stay quiet. You get the health insurance, but not the health. You get the 2-week vacation, but not the rest. You get the title, but not the power. Think about it. If you are poor, you have no money to spend. If you are truly wealthy, you do not need to work for more. But if you are in the middle, you have just enough to want more, just enough to qualify for the credit card, just enough to believe that the next raise, the next promotion, the next car will finally be the one that makes you feel secure. So you trade the only thing you truly own, your time, for money that disappears before you even touch it. And the worst part? You have been trained to call this success. The game is rigged, but not in the way you think. It is not rigged because someone hates you. It is rigged because the entire economy runs on your constant motion. Banks need your debt. Employers need your dependence. Brands need your feeling that you never have enough. The moment you stop spending and borrowing, a $1 trillion machine slows down. Your anxiety is not a side effect. It is fuel. They need you restless. They need you reaching, because a person who feels full stops buying, and a person who feels safe stops borrowing. The middle class was built on the promise that someday you will arrive, but someday is a mirage that keeps you walking forever. Your brain is not broken. It is just fighting an army of engineers who get paid to keep you clicking, swiping, and buying. Every app on your phone is designed to make tomorrow feel imaginary and today feel urgent. That buy now, pay later button, it is not a convenience. It is a trap dressed in neon. You see the shoes, you see the trip, you see the thing that will finally make you feel like you have made it. And for 1 second, you do. Then the bill comes, and the feeling leaves, so you chase it again. You tell yourself you will invest next month. But next month there is a birthday, a tire blowout, a sale that feels too good to miss. So you push it again and again, until 10 years have passed and you are still promising yourself that someday you will get your money right. Meanwhile, someone else took that same 10 years. They did not work harder than you. They did not get luckier. They just stopped playing the game on autopilot. They stopped treating money like a paycheck to spend and started treating it like a soldier to send out and capture more. This is the split nobody talks about. There are not 3 classes anymore. There are 2. There are people who own things that make money while they sleep. And there are people who trade hours for dollars that vanish into things that lose value the moment they buy them. You are on one side or the other. There is no neutral ground. Every dollar that hits your account today is taking a side. It is either marching toward freedom or it is marching into someone else's pocket. Look at your last bank statement. How many of those dollars came back with reinforcements? How many went to a meal you forgot, a subscription you stopped using, a payment on something that is worth less now than when you bought it? That is not shame. That is data. And data can change. The good news? The door is not locked. You just have been looking for the key in the wrong place. You do not need a bigger salary to escape. You need a smaller gap between what you need and what you own. You need to flip one question. Instead of asking, what can I afford? Start asking, what can this dollar earn for me? Here is what that looks like in real life. Before you upgrade your phone, you buy one share of something that pays you while you sleep. Before you sign that lease for the nicer apartment, you park the difference in an account that buys a tiny piece of a business. You do not need to be an expert. You need to be consistent. Start with 1 hour of your paycheck, just one. Pretend you never got it. Set it somewhere it can grow. Then do it again next week. It will feel invisible at first, boring even. But boring is how the other side builds walls while the middle class runs on a treadmill. You do not need to live like a monk. You need to live like a general. Every dollar is a soldier. Most people send their soldiers out to die on coffee, on car leases, on things that shrink the moment they leave the store. You are going to send your soldiers out to capture prisoners, to bring back more soldiers, pay off the debt that charges you the most interest first. Not because a guru said so, but because that debt is a thief that shows up to your house every month. Sell the stuff that owns you more than you own it. Downgrade the car. Move to the smaller place if you have to. These feel like losses. They are not, they are trades. You are trading the appearance of success for the engine of freedom. The middle class is vanishing because the old rules stopped working. The pension is gone. The 40-year job security is a fairy tale. The house you were promised now requires a dual income and a prayer. Clinging to an identity that the economy no longer supports is not loyalty. It is suicide by nostalgia. You are not too late. You are not too old. And you are definitely not too broke to start. The only thing you are too late for is the old fantasy. The one where you follow the rules and the rules protect you. That world is dead. But a new one is open and the password is simple. Own something, anything, a share, a skill that builds by the project, not the hour. A side income that does not depend on your boss's mood, a bank account that grows while you sleep. The new world rewards ownership over appearance. It rewards patience over performance. It rewards the person who can sit still while everyone else panics and spends. So which side are you on? Do not answer with your salary. Answer with your calendar. Answer with your bank statement. Answer with what you did with your last paycheck. The system does not care about your degree. It cares about your direction. And today, right now, you get to choose. You can keep running on the wheel. It is familiar. It is safe. It is exactly what they designed for you. Or you can step off. Build something small. Build it quiet. Build it boring. And let time do what it always does for people who stop being the product and start being the owner. The middle class is vanishing. But you do not have to vanish with it.